Guys, before we get into the video talking about nutrition, I got a couple updates and announcement. Number one, we got a discounted price. The new Kaizen Powerlifting Peaking Program, man, that was a mouthful, is now available. So click the first link in the description. It's, I think, like 40 or 50% off. It is a pre-order, so that it is not out yet, but we're giving you a discount. So many requests. Mike, I want to peak for meet. Mike, I want to test my 1 rep max in the squat, bench, deadlift. Well, this is the program for you, and it is now available. Pre-order, link in the description. Get it now before it goes to full price. Second thing, June 10th, Austin, Texas, or all of Texas, come and hang out. I'm going to be kicking it at Nick Bear's gym, Bear's Performance Gym in Austin, Texas, with a bunch of my homies, a bunch of different YouTubers, athletes, powerlifters, etc. Come hang out. I believe it's from 12 to 4, seminar, meet and greet. Come hang. I'll be around Austin kicking it. Again, Kaizen Powerlifting Program in the description. Nick Bear Performance Gym, Austin, Texas, June 10th. See you guys there.
Ladies and gentlemen, Silent Mike on location at my latest power plant, trying to build that energy for you guys. All biodegradable and green energy and all that shit. Trying to change the world. Today we're going to talk about my diet and how my diet, some of the tips and tricks that I use that maybe could help you in your diet. And when I say diet, that could mean whether a calorie surplus and a bulk or a calorie deficit and a cut. But just your diet in general. Diet just means what we eat. So obviously, hopefully you guys are into strength, you're into performance. If you're into physique, that's absolutely fine, but you should still focus on your performance, because that raising your performance, lifting more weight over time, more sets, more reps, will build more muscle. So knowing your PRs and some basic lifts, getting better at those, progressive overload builds more muscle, so you'll look better, perform better. And to perform better, we need to eat better. So my number one tip, which may seem obvious but not enough people do it, is you just need to pay more attention to nutrition labels. You need to understand what kind of carbs, fats, and protein are in what type of meals and what type of foods before you eat them. You also need to understand how many ingredients are into things like your processed foods. So I'm not all that against processed foods, to be honest. Not that against sodium, not against small amounts of chemicals, but you do want to be aware. If you're not aware of what's going on and something does go wrong with your health or your diet or even your performance, you won't be able to know what to point to. So if you're reading labels, at least being aware of what's going in your body, you'll be able to make better decisions down the road. Obviously, things with less ingredients, chances are they're going to have less calories. They're going to have more volume in it, which kind of takes us to tip 2 and 3. Tip 2 is to track your food before you eat it. And I know a lot of people ask me, Mike, I don't want to track my food. I'm not, a nerd. I don't like apps. I got obsessed with the scale. That's fine, and we'll talk about that later. But tracking your food is the most accurate way to understand what types of calories, micro and macronutrients you're putting into your body. So I always track my food before I eat it. Weigh, measure, check my servings, put it in my phone, and then I eat it. That way I'm 100% aware of what I'm eating, and I can also put the food away. If you grab a bag of chips and just start eating out the chips, you're gonna overeat. That's 100% the case. And whether you're bulking or cutting, overeating or undereating is not gonna be good. So what I like to do is measure that out. I put it in a bowl, then I put the chips away. Side note to that, tip is to not keep calorie dense foods or junk foods in your house. If you're gonna eat some type of junk food, go out and get 1 serving of it. If you like ice cream, don't have gallons and pints of ice cream in your fridge. Just go out to a nicer place and get a scoop of ice cream here or there, and that's gonna be fine. But going back to tracking and measuring, this also relies on number 1, that if you track and measure, you're more aware of what types of foods or what types of calories are in what types of foods. And then you get an idea of what a meal is. You get an idea of how many calories, micronutrients, macronutrients are in a burrito, in a salad, in steak, in something processed like hamburger and fries. You start to understand these things, and knowledge is power. I learned that on every little kid show I ever watched my entire life. So being more aware is going to help you out. The last one is for those hippie ones and those angry ones that don't want to track their food and don't believe in flexible dieting or junk food, is eat more voluminous foods. So you can diet, lose weight, get leaner without tracking your foods. You can also bulk that way, and you can also live a healthier life and not have to worry about an app. Although if you track for a long period of time, 6 months, a year, 2 years, you don't need to track as much, because you just understand what types of food and what type of calories are in there. And that's kind of the goal, is just to learn more about the food. But more voluminous foods. We're talking fruits, veggies, things with minimal ingredients. Things with 1 to 2 ingredients are going to end up having less calories in them overall. Obviously, there's things like avocado, different things that do come from nature that are a little more calorie dense. Peanut butter often only has 1 or 2 good good peanut butter has 1 or 2 ingredients, you know, sodium, peanuts, etc. But those are calorie dense. But overall, you start to eat things more from the earth, more plants, more veggies, more lean meats, and your calories are going to go down. And some people eat this way all the time and can get away with it mentally and physically. They feel better physically and they can stick to it mentally. Others do like treats in there. They like, you know, their ice creams, they like their potatoes and their fries, and that's where I think flexible dieting does play a bigger role and works for most. And that's why flexible dieters and those that preach it as a lifestyle and preach it for longevity, because sticking to a diet for a week means nothing. Sticking to a diet for 4 weeks means nothing. It's about overall the next 10 years. And that's the same with lifting weights. If you go in the gym and just smash squats one day but don't squat for another year, your gains are going nowhere. So that's the same with diet. We have to figure out a diet that we can stay compliant to, that fits us mentally and also fits us physically. So what we're talking about here, pay attention to nutrition labels. Nutrition labels obviously are there for a reason. They became law to be on food, so you understand what's going on. So understand what you're putting in your body, whether your goal is fitness or not. I just think it's something that human nature, or humans in today's society, should learn more about. 2, track your food. Track your food before you eat it. Obviously that relies on, number 1, you start to learn more about nutrition, but 2, that'll help you with portion size. You know, a big old thing of soda is like 4 servings in it, but if you read it, if you measure out how much you get to drink, you know, you're only drinking 8 ounces, then you get the serving size, you track it before you drink it. And the last one is voluminous foods, and I know this sounds maybe repetitive, but eating more veggies, eating more fruits, eating more, even rice, beans, some of the basics with your lean meats if you eat meat, and focusing more on foods that fill you up. More volume in your stomach, more volume in your eyes is less calories, and more volume in your stomach, so you stay full, you stay satiated, which is a key to sticking to your diet. Guys, give it a thumbs up. More diet videos drop in every single Sunday. My diet's going great. I hit a new low, 210.4, which is a new low while traveling. It's a new overall low, but it's a new low while traveling, so I'm super stoked on it, which is great. So heading downwards, we're gonna aim to be 195, 200, hopefully this summer. Cardio's up, diet's up, everything is feeling solid. My macros haven't changed at all. I've kept them the same. I've been trying to drink more water. Cardio and everything else is the exact same, guys. Thumbs up, subscribe. I'm out this bitch.